Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the practical version, the visualized version of the how to spot target in DCS World. As I mentioned in the previous video that focused on the theory behind it, we have to use the peel the onion way of thinking. That means that instead of thinking that I need to spot a tank at waypoint 3. If you keep thinking like that and you keep focus your mind to a tank at waypoint 3, then you will have a very hard time spotting that target. Instead, I have made a simple mission here to visualize it, because the standard missions and campaigns were all messed up or not quite the way I wanted it. So let's pause it, go to briefing. We have the screen here, the briefing here, and we will be arriving into the target area from here. And our target is a Abrams tank right here. Our waypoint is not at the target. So to help promote searching for the target. Okay, what do we know? We have what do we have in the target area? We have this lake, and a lake doesn't move, so it's a constant, so that will not change. Because our waypoint are not directly at the target, we have to search or trail up to the target. And how can we do that? Yes, first of all, the first layer of the onion, waypoint 2, that's one layer off. Second layer, find the lake at the waypoint 2. Yes, that was pretty easy. Then at the target, you can see that we have the area, the lake is narrowing in here. It has some land poking out from there, and then the target is on the opposite side, on the northern side of the lake. So another layer of the onion is that part. Second layer is that part. Now we know that the target is between those two on the other side, on the beach. That is another layer of the onion. Now we know we have to search at that spot, in a bare spot on the beach. So let's try to find that spot in real life. We are in the Su-25 Tango, a very nice module. No, I will not be getting the Apache module because ED, Eagle Dynamics, is more interesting in pumping out new modules than they are in fixing the old ones. They are more interested in pumping out new modules, while they can take 3, 4 or even longer years to fix those already released, and that's just messed up. The only module I know I will get is the Bo 105 module. That is a very interesting module for me, at least. Okay, let's take a look at it. Let's go to active pause. Active pause is left shift left. No. Okay. Oh, no mouse cursor. Okay. Active pause off. Okay, we have the lake here. We can see that the waypoint 2 is roughly 10 kilometers ahead. And using our navigation system, we can see that we are pointing directly at that. So first layer, waypoint 2, we know that direction for 10 kilometers. We got the lake, second layer, and we know that waypoint 2 will be placed here. That's the third layer. We got the lake. That's another layer. Okay, now we're narrowing down to where the target should be. Let's fly a bit closer. Here we could turn on all our systems at ground. And thermal is on. Let's go non-thermal. Okay. Okay. Pause it. Here we have the first piece of land that is poking out, and over here the second piece of land. Let's confirm that with the briefing. That piece is that piece. That piece of land is that piece. Now we peeled off another 2 layers of the onion, and then the target will be on the other side of the lake, over here on the beach, in an open or deforested bare land. That would be either there or there, but because we can see 2 pieces of bare land with a piece of forest in between, one piece, second piece, the forest in between. Now we know that the target is at the beach, so the beach is at the water edge. That means we will have to search for the target at that point, at that spot. Let's scroll down. Voila! We have a target. How do you know that it is that target? Well, the briefing says only one target, so that's pretty simple. But what if there are one tank, one APC, one truck, and so forth? Let's go to, let's zoom in. Okay. The place where many make mistakes and confuse themselves is when they are looking for a tank in the squall or flurry or whatever sensor you have, is that they are looking for a tank. They are looking for a tank. Don't look for a tank. Learn how to recognize silhouettes. The mind and your brain and eyes have a much easier time recognizing silhouettes instead of details within that silhouette. So here I can see that a tank is a very boxy thing. It's often longer and wider than it is tall. Center of gravity, and then it has a long pointy thing at the end. That is the barrel. We can see here, I do not know that that is a tank. Let's say there is a truck here and an APC here. I should have done that in editing, but hey. It is a it look like a very compressed target. It's wider than it is tall. That means, okay, that is a heavy vehicle. A truck is often taller than wider. It is long, but it is very tall, even compared to a tank. APC is a Lego brick. It's often very compressed size. It's not wide. It's not that tall. So learn how to recognize silhouettes. And now that I spotted that, I can focus my eyes on that. What can I see that confirms it a tank? Yes, it has a pointy thing there. Then I know it's a tank because it's a relative flat target. It is wide and it is pretty long, and it has a pointy thing poking out. Russian-made IFV. They are very, very low. I seen a BMP, BMPapa in a real life, and they are not tall. They are very narrow on flat targets. They are very wide, but the target, the turret they have on top is a very small turret, and the vehicle looks like it's been compressed in hydraulic press or something like that. So that is how I spot targets in DCS, and how you can do that also. Always use the onion mentality. So let's recap. Waypoint, lake, prominent and distinct terrain features, triangulation between the terrain features, and unique spots within that triangulation. And then we're looking for a tank, and that tank is right there as it should be. So use the onion mentality. Don't come flying and say, and then fly like this, that oh, I'm looking for a tank, I need to see a tank, I can't find the tank. Don't look for a tank here. Look for the lake, look for the terrain features, look for the very immediate area around the target, and then look for the silhouettes. When you watch the silhouettes, look for distinct target features within that silhouette. That is how you spot targets in DCS and in real life also. So zero in, just like artillery or any gunner, and use the onion theory. I hope you'll be able to use this, and it takes practice, yes, but not as much practice as you think. Many briefings in the standard original briefings in DCS is absolutely terrible. Not the third party. The third party briefings is often very, very good, and provides a lot of detail and a lot of zoomed in views of the target, so you can get a pretty good idea of where the targets are. Many original missions made by Eagle Dynamics, they just have a spot, a circle on the map, and you can't see anything. You can't see if that is a lake, whatever it is. It is so badly made. Eagle Dynamics should really focus some effort into making the briefings, because they're absolutely terrible. But get out there, rehearse, train, and a very good thing is to, if you go multiplayer, have a friend point out a certain building within a relative easy compound, and then you can go in, fire pot shots at it with the cannon, and then he can narrow you in, like say house, rope bend, north side, south end of a tree line, and so that is how we do it in the military. I'm not in the military anymore, but that is how we did it there. Like saying, we have a road crossing, northwest side of that road crossing, red house with a black roof, black side. Black side means the back side for the observer, not for the FAC. So that's how we do it. But good luck, and keep trying. Happy landings.